Welcome to A Quest for Metal and welcome to another beginner's guide. It's still a heatwave here in Britain, at least when I'm filming this it is, so that's why I'm rocking out the vest. Quest for Vests! And we're here to talk about some Death Doom goodness. Just like my other videos in the beginner's guide, we're going to be doing 3 classic albums, then we're going to be doing 3 albums that'll help you get into other genres, and 3 wildcard picks, which are my own fucking personal picks. So they're not classics, but I think you should fucking listen to them. So yeah, we're all talking about Death Doom today, one of my favourite genres of all time. It's got the slow, methodical nature of Doom, and the fucking grisly, disgusting nature of death metal. Mix them together, bloody beautiful. That's what we're talking about today. So before I get in with my list, pop yours down below. What Death Doom albums do you think are essential to help people get into other genres, and also your favourites? And let's get started with my 3 classics. So, number 1, Turn Loose the Swans by My Dying Bride. Classic album, one of the best My Dying Bride albums. It is just pure sorrow and harshness perfected into one. And you might find that with another album on the classics list. Actually, most of them. But yeah, this one, chef's kiss. The riffs, the mood of it, the whole atmosphere. If it doesn't, put a tear in your eye, then there's something wrong. Something wrong. It's easily one of the most classic albums in the genre. Definitely one to check out. It's amazing. Coming along with that is Anathema with The Silent Enigma, another Death Doom classic, part of the Peaceville trio, which you may find more on later. It's perfection. I know Anathema has a lot of different albums. This is the best of the Death Doom period. You then have kind of like this prog kind of period and the rock period, but early career, they are Death Doom pioneers, some of the best of the time, and Silent Enigma is just the perfection of that time. So it has to be onto this list. Just like my last pick, Catatonia, Brave Murder Day. Oh my god. This even has Mikkel Ackerfeld of Opeth fame on. But Jonas Renske, vocals amazing. The growls, so goddamn guttural and just evil on this album. But it's such a beautiful album as well. The songs Brave Murder Day, beautiful. One of my favourite albums of all time as well. And it's going to be like a kind of depressing and bleak time from the crow, the dead crow or the dead raven on the album cover. Amazing. So those are the classics. So now let's get in with the 3 picks which I think would help people get into other genres. Starting off with Paradise Lost, because we talked about Anathema, we talked about Catatonia. It's time for the final part of the Peaceville trio, Paradise Lost, and I think Gothic is the best one to help people get into, more Gothic style music. And I know people kind of class this as a Gothic album, even though the name says Gothic. It isn't, it's a Death Doom album. Still growly, still singing. It's like that mixture of harsh and beauty. And if fucking Brave Murder Day and Silent Enigma is Death Doom, Gothic is Death Doom as well. And I know Lost Paradise is probably pure Death Doom, and you could throw this onto this list, so if you wanted, Lost Paradise could be on this list. But for me, Gothic's better. Improved on it in every way, kind of had a bit more melancholy with the harshness, blended it together perfectly, so I think Gothic is a great album and one that helped people get into more Gothic style music, maybe some Typo Negative, maybe some Lacuna Coil, stuff like that. Beautiful album. Now an album that could help people get into, say, Doom Metal or Death Metal, Hooded Menace, one of my favourite bands, and Never Cross the Dead. This zombie-filled madness-inducing album is just beautiful. It feels like zombies are rising from the crypts ready to eat your brains on this album. And if that doesn't spit death metal at you, I don't know what will, because this album, fucking gory, fucking beautiful. Oh, you want to slow things down? You want some slow questy? You want some slow questy? Well, it's time for Disembowelment. Transcendence into the peripheral. Such a mouthful, that one. This album is Death Doom perfection. Longer songs, more drawn-out passages, and you could say almost Funeral Doom. So this will help people get into Funeral Doom. Amazing bands such as Mournful Congregation, Ahab, Esoteric, Evoken. I love Funeral Doom. But yeah, this album would help people get into stuff like that, because it's still Death Doom, but it is on the kind of longer, more moody side of the Death Doom than a lot of the others, and I think it's a classic album, to be honest. I think everyone needs to have it in a collection and listen to it at least once. Beautiful album. So now we head on to the wildcard picks. 3 more albums I want you guys to check out, which I'm suggesting. And the first one is, of course, Swallow the Sun. Songs of the North, 1, 2, and 3. Triple album, over 2.5 hours long, but it's so goddamn worth it. The first disc is pure Swallow the Sun, Death Doom, standard affair. Amazing growls, beautiful singing, mix it in. The second album, more acoustic, all beautiful. And then the last album's a Funeral Doom album. It's got everything you want. It's got every slice of Doom that you want. It's amazing. Swallow the Sun has so many good albums. I could pick the debut, which is probably more popular, and it's pure Death Doom. But this is a mixture of 3 different genres of Doom, so I think it's better. And I'm going to throw this on it, because Songs from the North, really goddamn good. Throwing it here. Next up, Asfix, Last One on Earth. I love Asfix. This Death Doom, just juggernaut, more on the death metal side of things, kind of like Autopsy. Whereas I feel like Asfix kind of does it, I don't know, I don't want to say better, but they do it a bit more doomy than Autopsy does. This album is fucking phenomenal. All Asfix albums are pretty phenomenal, to be honest. The riffs are so chunky and just catchy. You just want to headbang the entire way through. HMS Bismarck, oh yeah, what a way to start an album. Beautiful, deep, dark, evil, it's Asfix. I love it. And finally, some draconian Arcane Rainfell. This is on the more sorrowful side of things, kind of like Swallow the Sun. But unlike the album I mentioned for Swallow the Sun, where it has 3 different styles, this is all just this kind of sorrowful, beautiful style with the female singing, the growls, and the beautiful instrumentation holding it all together. It's the glue that holds it all together. Beautiful band, beautiful album, underrated as fuck. I think everyone needs to check them out, and I hope they do with this list and this video. So, those are my picks for Death Doom Beginner's Guide to. Let me know down below what's your favourite Death Doom albums. What albums would you pick for newcomers? What albums are your wildcard picks? Because that's the more interesting one. Because we know the classics. We know the fucking Turn Loose the Swans and shit. It's the wildcard picks we want. So let me know down below, and we'll see you again on another Quest for Metal.